Bart was dealing with profound demons. It saddens me that those of us who held him dear were not able to provide him with the fulfillment and joy we wished for him and wanted to be in his life. More healing will take more time, but even I must acknowledge the good times Bart gifted me with. Beyond all the hurt, what I want to remember are the enduring qualities I saw that made Bart uniquely Bart. The effort he made to be present in your life and support you when you needed it. How he made you feel that he was your biggest fan, and of course his wackiness and crazy wild ideas and adventures that just made you laugh and shake your head. I like to remember during the formative years of raising kids how involved he was in their upbringing and that times with him were fun. He helped teach his kids how to problem solve. As a friend, he was loyal and made you feel valued. He exuded a warmth and joy that made his friends and family feel their time with him was uplifting and memorable. I recall telling him often how he had the gift of being able to connect with people and how his friends and even acquaintances held him in high regard. Before he chose to abandon the titles of son, brother, uncle, father, husband, and friend, he felt like a comfort in all of those roles. It was far beneficial for me to keep hold of his fond memories rather than the ones that beg the question why. Without a doubt, I would like to I'd like to close by saying that despite trying to navigate all the twists and turns that make us Bart, it is my sincerest hope that he has found perfect sleep and that he was a peace that he deserves. Thank you, Caitlin, for arranging this get together. Thanks to all of you who have joined in their respects for the sake of Bart.
I was riding with Bart, and I turned to him and I said, "Do me a favor. I want you to die one day after I die." He goes, "Why?" And I go, "All about you." And unfortunately, Bart, it didn't work out that way. But I love you. You will always, no matter what you did, be my best friend and be in these people's lives and in their hearts. You were a good person. And I miss you.
It was funny because I've been up in the mountains all month fencing, and 2 days ago I just decided to go out on a schedule. I would write him a letter, and when I didn't want to write support, and just toss it and what we were gonna do. So it's kind of my letter, I guess, to him. So I wrote, when people ask if I have siblings, I say no. It's just easier. I've gone over the last time I saw you 1,000 times in my head. Did I talk too much? Was I too loud? Was I too honest? Did I say something wrong? The answer is no. I didn't do anything that would warrant you leaving my life. The life of our mother went to her grave with no explanation of your disappearance from her life. Not to mention Kelsey and Pete begged me to make things better so they could see their cousins and their uncle and their aunt, whom they adore. You broke our hearts. I went through all the stages of grief: anger, searing anger, hysterical crying, utter anguish, confusion. I had so much confusion. The most damaging feeling was the feeling I wasn't good enough to be loved by the brother I adored and loved so much. I know better now. I have healed. I was good enough. It was your unexamined trauma that made you leave everyone that ever loved you. I'm so sorry. The greatest loss for me wasn't just you, my only brother, but the loss of Caitlin, Megan, and Ian. I loved them fiercely, and they loved me.
clocked out. Before any paramedics arrived, he decided to stop and was first on the scene. That stranger died in his arms. Seeing him in that state, I felt his pain. He taught me diplomacy and the power of positioning. After a brutal failure to persuade my mom into buying me a BMW for my very first car, my father coached me on how to reframe my argument with undeniable evidence on BMW's focus on safety that was unmatched by any competitor. I sold it with telling my mom, "You're buying your child protection, safety, and well-being." I listened and waited for my mom's response. I could literally see the sheer look of astonishment and just as impressed in her eyes, while internally realizing she had no argument. It worked like a charm, and I couldn't believe it. I went from getting laughed out of the room to shopping for a BMW online that night. My father instilled my do-it-myself mentality. I don't think most people without a contractor background would do their own housework. My father did. He put in new floors. He did the entire roof at our last house living together. Albeit, I'll never forget witnessing him on the roof, accidentally shooting himself with a nail gun. You could say my dad had his aloof moments. Once in Clear Lake on a family vacation, he jumped into the water with our car keys in his pocket. Needless to say, those car keys didn't make it back to the boat. Another time, I came home to find my father had decided to bring his 70-foot semi-truck home. Oh yeah, by the way, this is the part of my father's life where he quit his nursing career to be a truck driver, because why not? That was him. What I haven't mentioned yet is that he had to skillfully maneuver to park that truck. At the time, we were living in the country with a long, windy, 30 to 40 degree inclined dirt road, wide enough to fit a single car and riddled with potholes. I'm still dumbfounded on how he pulled that off. These types of stories are a theme for my father, but he was never worried about it. Lost keys or trying to pull a 70-foot semi-truck out of a driveway was never a problem for my dad. Even if he had no clue how he was going to do it, he just never showed worry, and it always worked out. Chapter after chapter, my father unveiled his evolution. And while I would have preferred a different ending, he was the author of his own story. To me, people are subject to change. And he showed me what it means to be human.